Yo, YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your boy SleezyCheeto coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video today. And today I want to talk about this archetype, this deck that I made. Really cool, really interesting archetype. It's Starry Night archetype. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like button as well as sub to the channel if you guys want more new stuff. So I actually built this deck by accident. So I was summoning for um basically I was summoning for Utopia. I wanted to do like some Utopia deck. So apparently Utopia double and Lightning Ray, Utopia Lightning. So I tried to summon for them. So I pulled this guy, Starry Night Dragon or whatever. And I was like, so I pulled like literally. Um, so then I opened up a secret pack because I wanted to unlock what's his name? There's a fusion monster. There's a monster. The Dragon Magic monster that lets you search fusion cards. Yeah, this guy, Keeper of Dragon Magic. So I was summoning for him, and while summoning for him, I pulled, Starry Night's got, cards. So then I was like, you know what? I actually pulled 3 copies of this. I was like, let me make the deck. So then I did, after 2,000 gems later, I was able to build a deck, pretty much. So let's take a look at the deck and talk about it more in detail. So I have 2 versions of the deck. I have the version you're currently seeing, the current version I'm playing, and then I have a very optimized version of what we're doing, what we're playing. So so here we go. We got let's start from the hand traps. We got 1 effect failure, 2 Maxi, 2 Ash Blossom, pretty standard stuff. Maxi for the special summons, effect failure for the effect monsters, and then Ash Blossom to stop some combos. You got 1 barrier. So I crafted these 2. So we have 1 barrier, Statue of the Heavens. Basically, the barrier can summon special summon monsters except light monsters. A very, very strong card. You have Honest, very strong card as well during the main phase. We only want to run of these because they kind of just help the deck because they're all light monsters. During the main phase, you can return this card face up from the field. During the damage step, when that light monster you control battles, quick effect, you can send this card to the graveyard from your hand, and that a monster gains attack equals the attack of the opponent's monster it is battling until the end of the turn. So crazy good card. Basically another hand trap right here. And then we have the main basically the main card of the deck. We have Starry Night Rael. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 Starry Night spell or trap from the deck to your hand, and you can banish this card from your graveyard when there's 1 Starry Night monster in your graveyard except Starry Night Rael. Special summon it. You can only use this effect for Starry Night Rael once per turn. So basically, the way the Starry Night engine works is that this card searches for spells and traps, and then when Starry Night monsters are in the grave, they have grave effects. I'm running 3 of these. I'm running 3 Estelle. Just because they're more useful than the other 2 in a way. So basically this card has a hook effect when Starry Night Estelle is summoned, where you can target 1 light monster you control, tribute it, and if you do, I can special summon 1 level 7 light dragon monster that from my hand. You can banish this card from the graveyard, and that level 7 light dragon monster I control gains 1,000 attack until their opponent's next turn, and the end of your opponent's next turn. I can only use it once per turn. Basically this is a free, if I have Starry Night Starry Dragon in hand, I can basically special summon by tributing him or any other light monsters I control. Really good. We want to run Flamel, Starry Night Flamel. Basically, when this card, when an opponent's monster declares an attack on this card, you can send this card from your hand, or field, or face-up field to the graveyard, and I can special summon 1 light dragon monster. Quick effect: you can banish this card from my graveyard and target 1 level 7 light monster you control or in your graveyard, return it to the hand. So yeah, basically you get Starry Night Dragon back for the free. And then we got Starry Night Seal. Basically, if this card is in your hand, you can return 1 Starry Night monster or level 7 dragon light dragon monster you control to the hand, except Starry Night Seal. Special summon this card if you do. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 level 7 light dragon monster from your hand, and you can only use this once per turn. So basically, you can switch out places with any monster. For example, I would draw into Rael, and then use this effect to, once I get Rael's effect off, I can switch into Seal and take Rael's place, and basically, conserve my resources. Or there's some other shenanigans. He actually combos well with the Starry Night engine, but we'll get to that when we get to spells and traps. Starry Night Dragon, the main guy, the big boss. We're gonna go to the foil version. If this card is normal special summon from the hand, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. So basically, every time this card is brought to the field, it destroys the card. It cannot be destroyed by battle by dark monsters or by effects of dark monsters. So it can't be destroyed by dark monsters effects or dark monster battle. Once per turn, there's a damage step. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, so when I attack opponent's monster, I can banish that monster until the end phase, and then I can make a second attack. So basically, I get a non-target banish, which is really good. So this goes over a card that cannot be targeted by card effects. There's a non-target banish, and then we can attack for 2,500. Or if I have a Stella in the grave, 3,500. So then we have, Raigeki, Feather Duster, Monster Reborn, just in the deck, just to be there. Pot of Prosperity. Basically get some cards out of my extra deck, throw it in there, draw. Just gives you draw power. And then this is the main spell card of the deck. We got Starry Night Balefire. I can add one Starry Night monster or one level 7 light dragon monster from my deck to your hand, and then if you control no monsters and your opponent controls a dark monster, I can special summon one level 7 dragon light monster from my hand. You can only use it to activate this effect once per turn. I've never actually got that. I never even read that second effect because if I control no monsters and my opponent controls a dark monster. Now I know. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Pretty cool actually. I have a prismatic version of this card. Pretty nice. Main spell card. So we use Rael basically to search this card. We run one field spell here. Basically this card is during your main phase, you can normal summon one Starry Night monster or one level 7 dragon in addition to your normal summon set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. During your turn, if a face-up level 7 dragon monster you control returns to the hand, you can draw one card. You can only use this effect. Starry Night Sky once per turn. I didn't even know we could do that. So every time it turns to the hand with a field spell, I draw a card. That's pretty dope. I didn't know this deck has so much draw power. I have not been using the deck to its fullest potential. Then we have Starry Night Ceremony. Basically, this card during your main phase, you reveal one light fairy monster in your hand, and if you do, add one level 7 light dragon monster from your hand deck to your hand. Then place the revealed monster on the bottom of the deck. If your opponent activates a card or card effect, you can special summon one level 7 light dragon from your hand. You can only serve once per turn. So basically, when this continuous splits up, if my opponent drops an effect, I can basically special summon Starry Night Dragon from the hand. Running one double or nothing because it goes into the extra deck with Utopia. We run Twin Twister here just for some background removal, and then we have Called by the Grave, targeting those hand traps. Karma Cut, just to get rid of some annoying stuff. We're running Starry Night Blast. When the opponent activates a card or effect, return one level 7 light dragon monster you control to the hand and negate the effect. If you do destroy that card, it'll only be activated for once per turn. So we only run these. We only need one. And we're running Goes in Match. When it goes in match, each player can only control one attribute of monster, send all other monsters they control to the graveyard. So Goes in Match basically shuts down multi-attribute archetypes. Which is actually, this card does a lot more work than you would expect. And then we have one Vandy's Emptiness. I just had this trap here. I just had it. No special summons until a card on my side of the field just gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard. And then we have the main trap here. Start on arrival. During your main phase, you can activate during the main phase, not your, but any main phase, you can activate one of these effects. Target one special level 1. Target one level 7 light dragon monster you control. Return it to the hand, or I can special summon from the hand. So basically, I use CL's effect to return. Let's say I have Starry Night summoned on the field, and I already used the destroy effect. I can use CL, bring him back to the hand, right? and then I can use on my opponent's turn. I could either use this effect to special summon him back, or I could use my trap card to special summon him back, and then I just kind of alternate, summoning him and then bringing him back to the hand, summoning him, just basically getting as much destroys off as I can. Really strong deck. So now let's get into the extra deck. The extra deck Starry Night, which is really cool, is Utopia. You're running Utopia. Basically, you guys know what Utopia does. You attach one material and negate an attack. And if I do not have any more material, destroy this card. It's gonna be double, right? So, quick effect: I can attach one material from this card, add one double or nothing from your deck to your hand, and then special summon from your extra deck one Utopia XYZ monster, except Utopia double. Using this face-up card you control as material. If you do, its attack becomes double, but it cannot attack directly. This is treated as XYZ summon. Transfer its materials to the summon monster. You will only use the effect of Utopia double once per turn. So this is basically like the OTK setup. And then if I could, and if Utopia is not the move, we go Utopia Lightning. 3 level 5 monsters that you control or XYZ summon by a rank 4 Utopia monster you control as material. Transfer its cards to this card. It cannot attack. It cannot be used as XYZ summon. It can't be used material. If this card battles your opponent, it cannot activate card effects until the end of the damage step. Once per chain during your damage calculation, if this card battles opponents while it has a Utopia XYZ monster as material. Quick effect: you can attach 2 materials from this card. This card gains attack that becomes 5,000 during the damage calculation only. So basically, this is a free 5,000 monster. Just chilling. We have Ultimate Draco. You get Ultimate Draco, Draconic Utopia Ray. Basically, once per turn, this card, when a card or effect is activated, targets this card. I use this quick effect. I equip 1 ZW monster from my deck to from my deck to this card, or you're equipped. Blah blah blah. Once per turn, detach 1 material. Target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, and negate their effects. And then we have, Ultimate the Array, Utopia the Array. Basically, just here to negate effects and then have attack. Basically, OTK. Help with the OTK potential. 1 Zeus here because, sometimes when I don't finish lethal with Utopia, I say I don't finish them off with Utopia or any of the Utopias, I just go into Zeus because I still have at least 1 material left. And then we go into Zeus, that makes 2, so Zeus keeps us safe. 2 Pentastat here. This is just here to give, just in case a monster's defense position, we give Utopia piercing when he's on the field. We have 1 IP Masquerina. She's just here to basically I can link summon on my opponent's turn. Just decode talker just to be here. We have Nightmare Unicorn just for draw power. Black Soldier just here to be here. Just here to be honest, and then Access Code Talker because we do get we can summon a lot of monsters. So if you could do, especially I can get links going, definitely get Access Code Talker to do some crazy things. So yeah, so that's basically the deck in a nutshell. I have some replays to show you guys from this deck and everything. So really excited to show you, but I want to show you before we get into that. I would like to show you the optimal version of how we run this deck if I spent money in this game. Now, here's the optimized version. Pretty much the same thing, but 3 Ash Blossom. Yeah, pretty much the same thing monsters wise and spells. Except we're not running the field spell in the optimized version. Like we could add it in, but just keep it like a 40 card, keep it a 40 card deck, keep it consistent. And then we would run Times of Brethren. Basically, I pay 2,000 light points and then target 1 level 4 monster or lower I control. And for the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. Also, special summon 2 monsters from your deck from the same attribute, same type, attribute and level as that monster, but with different names from each other. You cannot conduct your battle phase during this turn when you activate this card. So basically, I get 1 Royale out. I use this. I get 2 more monsters. Boom. Like, that's links. That's monsters for links. That's monsters for Utopia. That's monsters for Utopia double. Like, I can't conduct my battle phase, which is fine. But next turn, if they somehow get over me, nevertheless, if I have these guys on the field or in my hand, I feel really safe. Just doing that as well. So yeah, it's really fun deck. We got 3 of those. If I was balling, that's 90 UR craft materials. Whew. And then we have a pile of extravagance here. Basically, banish 3 to 6 random face down cards from my extra decks. Draw 1 card for every 3 banish. So, just there to get the draw power. We run 3 of the fields, 3 of the Balefire, 3 of the Ceremony. Like I said, same stuff. 3 arrivals, 1 Starry Night Blast, 1 Call By the Grave, 1 of Double or Nothing, and 3 Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice is just here because sometimes I'm really short on lethal, so this can help get me lethal with Utopia, as well as it just shuts down monsters. So it's just a good card to have. And the only difference in the extra deck is that we have a Barrow Sword Dragon here, 2 Utopia doubles, 2 Utopia. But pretty much everything's pretty much the same from the last deck, but that's how I run it optimally. So yeah, let me show you guys a couple replays I got using the deck. Pretty fun stuff. Really fun stuff. This archetype is actually fun. Again, teetering tottering from gold for let's see. Is this a Starry Night replay? I'll do like 1 or 2 replays to show you guys the deck. Let's see. Oh, this is Trap Brigade. Whoops. Sorry, wrong replays. Maybe this one. Oops, my Trap Brigade deck. Sorry guys, I did not put any plan toward this video. I just wanted to make one. I've been using the deck and I've been getting results. Here we are. Alright, we got Allure of Darkness. I was kind of scared. Every time I see Allure of Darkness, so I saw Black Wings. I was like, oh no, Black Wings. I have a friend who plays Black Wings, and they're pretty strong. Like, if you can't like destroy the back row or like interrupt them, as you see, I opened up with nothing really. I can destroy the back row, but I can't really interrupt them, because here we are. The Armor Master is here. Go for the Fat Feather Duster, Pot of Extravagance. To draw 2, because I don't like my hand. So here I got the I went for the Starry Night Dragon in my hand because I had Estelle, which means I go for the big. Even Axie's here, but I go for the big special summon on my Starry Night Dragon because I need him to get a free pop off, free destruction on him. Puts a wedge counter on me. I go 3000 attack. I don't activate my effect because I can get over him, and I direct attack. There we go. So Allure of Darkness again. I'm like, oh no. So basically, I cannot be destroyed by dark effects. So Starry Night is probably a hard counter to Black Wings in a way. So I bring him back to the hand to resummon him to destroy this card using the trap. If you guys saw the play, I used Seal here to bring him back to my hand. Bring back Starry Night Dragon to hand. Activated the trap card to special summon him back to get his destruction effect off. And then summon Flamel right here just to basically seal the deal. And let's keep it going. So right here we go for the big links. Go for Utopia. And so I'm just going for the Utopia plays. Bring out Utopia. We're gonna banish him. Make that negate attack, double or nothing. Ooh. So now I have a 5,000 monster and a 2,500 monster. So I bring back Starry Night Dragon to hand, using Flemel's effect from the graveyard, and then I bring him back for another destruction. And this is to stop his tuner monster, so he can't, you know, can't synchro. So yeah, Starry Night got some heat. Starry Night does some cool, really cool things. Starry Night got some heat. I don't know, there's one of these replays. I do the Utopia OTK. So this is actually a pretty decent opening hand, because we got the field spell out. I mean, not the field spell, the continue spell. We summon Rael, and we use Rael to summon the trap card. So this is a strong opening hand. So I don't know what my opponent was playing. I saw Unexpected Die. I'd use Vanity's Emptiness. No special summons for him. So we normal summon, so it's Glad Beast. I let the destruction happen. So I do this to activate my so basically I destroy a monster he had 2 of in his hand, so that was like really annoying. But I'm gonna activate my effect to summon my second Starry Night Dragon to destroy him. So it destroys my continuous spell, but that's fine. But we get 2,600 Glad Beasts out of here. Destroys my spell, but it's not the end of the world because I have 2,500 monsters here. So there's double nothing in the hand. Very bad. Basically renders Utopia double useless. But you know, you may think it's over here, but my opponent got some sauce. I'm gonna return him to my hand, waste basically his destruction effect. I'm pretty sure if he, yeah, and I'll take that L. And Glad Beasts are doing the Glad Beast things. Pot Extravagance because I need to. I see Rael, I see Flamel, I see Monster Reborn, I got Raigeki. I'm like, seeing the future with my cards. So I go Rael because she is just the safest option. Grab the this, grab Seal into the hand, UCL to bring it to the hand, bring out Utopia. So we go Lightning Ray Utopia here because you can't go for the normal Utopia plays. Go for Destruction. I don't know why my attack is halved, but it didn't matter what he would have done there because I would have special summoned my dragons and everything, and it would have just been GG at the end of the day. Is there one I got the actual? Which one is this one? Was this one I was using Virtual World, I think? I think I'll show one more replay and then call it a video. I think, is this Starry Night? If it's not, I'll just end the video here. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. You get the 3-turn win. So yeah, we use this to put Rael in hand, and then we use Rael to get the. Do I go for? I think I go for the spell card. Yeah. Because you know, I'll put the ball in the court of my opponent, and I use Yugioh's effect to basically bounce back Rael to my hand because Rael is more important than Seal. And if he's in the graveyard and he dies, and I control no monsters, basically I win. So here I just go for the big card destruction. And you know, like most of my opponents do, they had like 2 versions of the same card. So I was like mad and annoyed. So here I can play Rael again. He did some Predaprant BS. I was like, what is that? I don't know what that really did, so I just maxed it just in case it's special summoned or something. Basically here I'm just trying to build up my board for lethal. And I go for the field spell here. And you know, he does Preda planning, whatever that thing does. I don't really care. But he changed my levels because basically I can't Utopia at this point. So I get a free destruction off again. I brought the Starry Night, you know, heal spell, and I had OTK basically because I would have been able to normal summon again, and you know, and you would have lost. So yeah, my OTK off. All right, that's all I really wanted to show you guys. With Starry Night. Starry Night's a pretty fun deck. If you guys want to give the archetype a try, I mean, is it meta? I mean, like, no, but it's fun to play with and actually pretty strong when you get it going. So yeah, it's your boy SleezyCheeto. I'm signing off. Peace. Catch you guys in the next one.